Yeah, there's a spot north down. Her blood. How are you? Yeah, it is. Yeah. I can't see anything. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that could work. I know.
Right. Okay. Graduation in a technology world is still a little new to us, so bear with us. I think we got everything cooking though. Yes, thank you for coming to our graduation, our Springstone graduation for the class of 2021. We are happy and proud to have you all with us for the evening. Thank you for being here. It's been, for all of us, an interesting year, and it continues to be interesting times, as they say. I personally feel so much joy to be able to celebrate our graduation with our family and friends tonight as the principal of Springstone School, in virtual and in person as much as we can. When we are not speaking or actively getting our diplomas, our students and ourselves will be wearing our masks, and that is to protect you as well as us, Despite having a graduating class that is all vaccinated, we will continue to do that for everyone's safety. As the principal, we've had to make interesting choices as well. The past 14 months includes that in the most unprecedented and at times challenging of our collective history as both a school and a nation and a world. There's been a lot of grief that has come along with that, and many people are struggling with a lot of their own mental health issues. School continued to be online, as some of our students will talk about in a little bit. And it was a completely new platform that we've never used before. Most of us had never interacted with before. And the world continues to go through a myriad of transitions. It is the year of transitions. Many of us were forced by the pandemic to look deeply inward and reflect. Reflected on what mattered, reflected on what our priorities were, reflected on the direction we wanted to move in. Many of us have gone back to enjoying the simple things and the moments of joy in being able to be together again, like tonight. I feel the collective healing that has to be done in this moment of cultural shifts across the world as we move forward. And your seniors are just the class to lead us in that direction. I truly believe that. However, this graduation is bigger than the pandemic, because it is, and this past year. I want everyone here to really prize their bravery over the bravado of others. The attempt to do things even when you may be filled with fear, right? Prizing all those moments of actions, even the small and sometimes unrecognized ones. To take a deep breath and jump, as we all have had to in the last year. You've all proven that you can do it, whatever it may be. And this diploma you will receive is an indication of the hard work and determination you have shown over the last 4 years and really beyond that. The path through school for many of you was difficult and not always smooth sailing. And you continue to show your resilience and grit as you work through it all, the pandemic included. You all and should all encompass the confidence in that you have made it through and are moving towards your future. Perhaps there are feelings of fear of stepping into the unknown, into your new transformed self. Perhaps you are excited for a new adventure, or maybe you lie somewhere in the middle. None of those feelings are wrong. Embrace them, learn from them, and listen to them. You are heroic in whatever you choose and wherever you are. And sometimes, at such moments, there isn't always time to reflect and figure out what you believe, but instead, a need to react. All you have is your foundation, which I believe you have all secured by being a part of the Springstone community, and have faith that you all have solidified that foundation with Springstone. To get through life, it's going to be on the strength of what you have already learned, implemented, and who you have connected with. How we conduct ourselves will define who we are, who we were, and where we stand, and what we stand for. I hope you continue to make mistakes and to learn from them and grow and lean on those who are there for you. We shouldn't be looking for help at the silver screen or those we might see on the pedestal, but at the eye level and within your reach. The people in your life who have been afraid, but did the right thing anyway, who have shown you by example how to be bold, how to show bravery. And while today is the start of the rest of your life, your relationship does not end here. And our relationship does not end here. Springstone will always be here to support and guide you. And please continue to reach out when you need support and tell us your successes, as we would love to share in those as well. Our graduates are all part of the Springstone community, whether you've been here for a year or 3 years or 4 years, or you were fortunate enough to have started with us in 6th grade. Like you. Graduates, today is a new day and the start of your future, and we look forward to all the great things you will do. Congratulations. Okay. With that, I'm going to ask Mr. Miller to speak, which is the 12th grade homeroom teacher.
Thank you. Good evening, family members, friends, staff members, Springstone students, and graduating class of 2021. It is a pleasure to stand before you all tonight and see the graduating 12th graders one more time before they all take their own individual paths towards adulthood and independence. In mathematical terms, the graduating class is now fully 100% done with their K through 12 schooling. That is worth applauding for. This means they are now able to make their own life choices, such as picking and choosing where they want to learn in college, where they will travel, or where they will work and earn their own money. And yes, they can now follow me on social media if they'd like. Some of them have attended Springstone from the very beginning of middle school in 6th grade. Some of them have joined Springstone at the beginning of their high school year, and some have just joined Springstone just this last year. But no matter how long each senior has attended Springstone for, Springstone will always be their high school, and they will be given the responsibility to highly represent Springstone the best way they can wherever they go. When you really think about this moment right now, we are not only celebrating the graduating seniors that are up here tonight, but we are also here to give congratulations and extensive appreciation to the parents, guardians, and caregivers of these fine 7 young gentlemen here. We know that another gentleman will be joining us momentarily, but we say 7. Your family has always been there for you, seniors, ever since the very beginning of your academic careers. They were there to drop you off on school at your first day of kindergarten. They were there to pack your lunches. They were there to help you with your homework. They were there to help you study for a big test. They were there to help you with your class projects. They were there to give you advice on making new friends and maintaining relationships. They were there to give you direct lectures and serious talks if you made a mistake or misbehaved, and hopefully you didn't get grounded or disciplined too hard as a result. And now they are here to witness you on one of your most important days of your life, and that is walking the stage and receiving a high school diploma. Seniors, please take this moment to acknowledge and thank your families for helping you be up here tonight. For all of the numerous compliments and memories we can all talk about and share with each other tonight, I will at least tell you one of my favorite legitimate memories right now. I have. It was the moment I got to see all of you put together a small performance for your families and the school. This goes back to January 24th, 2020, when we all remembered seeing you perform your own creative ending to the famous novel Of Mice and Men. At that time, I was a middle school teacher and I did not fully know all you that well, but I knew I was about to move down to high school the next following week and become your new 11th grade homeroom teacher. Even though your performance was considered part of your final for language arts class, I must personally say that I was heavily impressed. We were all heavily impressed by your performance. Your hard work and commitment to your performance really shined for all of us who saw it. I also learned that you're all great actors too. It made me feel very excited to become your new teacher. For as long as I've gotten to know all of you, I can proudly and honestly say you are some of the most self-determined young men I've had the privilege to ever teach. Every single one of you has personal ambitions and goals that will drive you to become content and rewarded as independent adults. But as we all know, the road ahead is uncertain and the real journey only begins now. You will be faced with many challenges, obstacles, and tough decisions to make wherever you go to college, wherever you go to work, and wherever you choose to live. However, I can think of 3 different examples of times and moments where all of you were put through challenges, but were able to overcome them. A majority of you can reflect the first few times you have gone to Camp Arroyo and were asked to be told to walk across a thin rope to get to the zip line or even try the leap of faith. This must have been a high anxiety moment for all of you because of the obvious fact that you were plenty of feet high above the ground and were asked to either ride a zip line or jump to the ground from a high platform with only a rope attached to you. But as soon as you realized there were plenty of individuals you may have never met before looking out for you and keeping you safe, that made you feel a bit more comfortable and learn to trust them. Whether you walked the rope course and rode the zip line down, or climbed up the high ladder and jumped off the wooden platform, there was no doubt you all felt accomplished and proud of yourselves for being able to get through a new, scary situation. The lesson there was to trust new people who will come to your life, who want to see you come out strong and accomplished. Just remember Camp Arroyo. Another moment all of you faced was adapting to the frequent and unexpected changes with different teachers coming and going over the years at Springstone or at other schools you may have attended. You all had teachers in the past whom you have trusted, enjoyed, and known for a long time to suddenly leave your presence in an unexpected or slow manner. When moments like these occurred, though, you may have felt sad, disappointed, or even confused. Some of you had to take the time to fully process these moments, or even talk to other trusted adults about why they had to leave. But as new teachers came into your life, you were able to adapt and move forward and get to know them very well, instead of staying in a depressed mindset, fixating on the past. The lesson there was to understand, as you all become working adults, sometimes people have to make tough sacrifices or decisions that they may not want to originally make in order to get by life securely. Maybe one of these days in the future, you will be working a job you love or living in a place you already considered home, but will be faced with a dilemma that will cause you to consider relocating or moving on to a different job. As much as you would want to continue doing the same things you love and make you happy, life is not going to always be fair and will test your judgments and decisions about what you must do to get by both financially and emotionally. However, everyone who is here tonight trusts you and believes in you that you will make the right decision for yourself if you were to ever be put in a tough situation like that at any time in your adult life. And lastly, a big challenge all of you were able to overcome was staying positively active as a student on distance learning through part of your junior year and your whole entire senior year. It is no surprise that these last 14 months have been described by many as a complete dumpster fire. But if you try to look at it through a positive perspective, you will realize that this pandemic has tested your flexibility, resiliency, and perseverance. Since all 7 of you have managed to get through school in one piece by demonstrating all 3 that I've just mentioned, it is no doubt that you will all succeed as adults. Being in school online this year, as all of you can most likely agree on, felt like a robbery of your senior year. But just like I previously mentioned about the other challenge, all of you were able to adapt and move forward instead of staying in a depressed mindset fixating on the negatives. No pandemic or unexpected changes will get in the way of you going about your life and accomplishing whatever tasks need to be done. But please do not think of your whole high school career as a big letdown during those uncertain times, but instead reflect on it as a life-changing and memorable last 4 years you have spent in high school. People say high school is about getting an education, good grades, and getting into college to succeed in life. But really, when you think about it, high school is about making memories and experiencing good times that will last forever. When you look back at your high school years, remember all of the friends you have made, the important life lessons teachers took their time to talk to you about rather than straightforward academics, and even reflect on the embarrassing and awkward moments I'm sure all of you have encountered. All of us here can certainly guarantee wherever the 7 of you go in life, you will continue to make new friends, learn more valuable life lessons, and certainly experience moments that may be disappointing, heartbreaking, or even life-changing. And when you do face these moments that are considered setbacks, failures, or even making simple mistakes, embrace it all. Making mistakes and learning from them will help you a lot more in the long run. When it came to the subject of math, for example, all of you have made plenty of mistakes, but you all persevered and learned from those mistakes. There will be mistakes you will forget about, but there will be those mistakes you may regret later. Either way, it is all part of growing up, and it should never give you yourself an excuse to beat yourself up for. After a mistake is made, think about what happened. What are you going to do better next time? Take your circus bows and move on. After tonight, when you walk the stage and receive your diploma, you will officially become Springstone alumni. Wherever you go in life, always remember what you have learned here at Springstone and remember what Springstone had to offer for you to become successful in life. It is my duty, though, as your 12th grade homeroom teacher, to leave you all with 5 pieces of evidence I would love for you all to consider into becoming successful adults. You want to take notes on this? Just remember it.
It's gonna be on YouTube anyway, so you'll obviously not rewatch it.
Catch a replay.
That's very true. So you'll be able to remember this. All right, number 1, never stop learning or educating yourselves. As quoted by Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education is the first step for people to gain the knowledge, critical thinking, empowerment, and skills they need to make this world a better place. All of you have the power to make the world a better place. And in order to do that, you need to continue learning and always stay curious and question everything, as Albert Einstein also said. Number 2, on day 1 of college and on your first day of your new job, go up to your professors and your supervisors and introduce yourselves to them. Remember these words: communication is key. Communicating with your professors and supervisors tells them that you are committed and want to progress. They will get to know you more and help you along the way to become successful. By keeping up your communication skills, you will not only be successful in school and work, but you also might make new friends along the way. Who knows? You might even end up with a girlfriend as a result. So keep it up. Or a boyfriend. Number 3, work a job you love and not a job you must force yourself to comply with. The worst thing you can do as an adult is wake up each morning and feel miserable about going to work in a place that does not fit either your interests, goals, or happiness. As I previously mentioned, all of you graduating seniors have high ambitions and know what you want to do as adults. It never occurred to any of us here tonight that you're all just trying to get jobs to just have a lot of money. But instead, remember what Colin Wright says: chase your passions and money will come. Chase money and you may never find your passions. Number 4, always vote. By voting, you're not only demonstrating your American privilege, but you are voting to make a difference in our society. You are voting to combat climate change. You are voting to protect and permit equal rights for all people. You are voting for your own rights. You are voting for policies that will not only benefit you, but also benefit your family, your future children, and future generations. Knowing how involved all of you are with what goes on in the country today, and even during the 2020 election, there is no doubt all of you will take advantage of voting proudly and letting your voices be heard. And last piece of advice, Aiden, you're going to agree with me on this one. Always be a deadbeat in the eyes of the credit card companies. During the financial algebra course, we learned that actor Ben Stein was always called a deadbeat by workers of the credit card companies because he always paid off his credit card bills every month and didn't pay any interest. Even though the technical term for people like Ben Stein are called transactors, being called a deadbeat is a more humorous and satisfying compliment to get from the credit card companies because they know they cannot make money off of you and that can make them mad. Do your best in life to not be like the majority of Americans who are called revolvers, people who do not pay off their bills in full each month, get charged interest, and get into deeper debts. By being deadbeats, you increase your credit scores, become more trustworthy to the banks, and will be able to live your life with minimal stress with finances. Now that I've given you my last advice on adulting, I do wish the 7 of you the best of luck in the future and the best of luck finding true happiness and independence you are all striving for. All of us here at Springstone have never doubted your full potential, but instead embraced and encouraged all of you to follow your dreams and passions. As of this moment, ladies and gentlemen, we can now proudly say that college, the workforce, and the rest of the world is now ready for Hamza, Jesse, Jack, Yostin, Aiden, Zeke, and John. So go out there and go get them, guys. Make your families proud, make your friends proud, make Springstone proud. Congratulations, high school class of 2021. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Our graduates have actually put together a few words themselves, and we'll start off with Hamza Abbas.
Okay. Okay, are you guys ready? During my entire high school career, I really enjoyed it. For the past 4 years that I have been here, ever since I finished middle school, I started in August 2017 for high school, and we graduated in June 2021, which is today. During that time, I learned about time management, where how you can handle things that need to be done, like being on time in school, and even managing how you get your homework done. I learned about earth science things like water and weather, biology things like DNA and chromosomes, and physical science things like speed and heat. Also, we had access weeks where I learned about volunteer work like farm work, cleaning up trash, and we went where we did big projects like pop-up shops and even going to some colleges like DBC and UC Berkeley. There were some things that I struggled with while we were at school, like studying for tests and quizzes every week, but I got used to it after a while. Also, running laps for physical education was kind of hard too, but I did it too. I also struggled a little with finals at first because I thought they were going to be harder than they actually were. So that was a relief after seeing that they weren't so bad after all. I have a lot of favorite access days, but I'll talk about a few of them here. Camp Oreo, which I have been to 7 times before because of swimming, talent shows, food, spending the night away, zipline, meadows, and the bus drives there and back. I also like going to San Francisco during some weeks, especially during November 2017, where we went to the big mall, and it was the day before Thanksgiving break because of the scavenger hunt that was fun to do. I also like doing bowling the final week of school in 2019 because it was fun to do that before the end of the year. However, I do wish we had more access days in high school like we did in middle school, but access weeks were only once every 2 months on average, but they were still fun and enjoyable regardless. High school was going normal up until March 2020, where schools had to close, and that's when distance learning all started. Days were shorter, but we did most of the same things that we did at the actual school. Also, we started using this website called Excelis, where it had videos and questions that we had to do every day. At first, it was tough, but I did them well afterwards. I also kind of had a struggle in check-ins because mainly trying to get it there on time each day on Friday. But I got myself organized and started remembering to attend every time. Also, during this year in health class, we started doing life simulations, which are, like the name implies, things that are helping us get ready for life that we take on after we graduate from high school. We started applying for colleges, and I applied for mixed school, a coding school in San Francisco, and I got accepted in. Most other students, hey, I'm not done yet. Most other students applied for DVC, but I chose something different from them, and that's their choice for them and my choice for myself. In November, we did a resume building document. A resume building document, which showed our professional skills about ourselves, and it was something I did, even though it was a little confusing at first. In January, we worked on interview related things, specifically what we were in interviews, making sure we look professional and not so non-professional, and questions that we would ask if we were at an interview. In February, we did a mock interview, which was us participating what it looked like to be at an actual interview. We were having professional clothes and a professional setting for our background and us being appropriate during the interview as well. In March, we wrote our Springstone story, which let us talk about how Springstone was like for us while we were there and how it felt like from the beginning up until the end. In April, we worked on our graduation speech, which is what we'll be saying in our speech later on in June, which is today. My high school life has been a blast, and I'm excited for graduation to Zoom, which is today also. For those who are going to be seniors next year, who are currently juniors, I hope that you're currently having a good time in high school, and I'm giving you good luck for a good senior year and graduation like me. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamza. Next, we have Jesse Chavez Santa Maria.
Okay, my name is Jesse Chavez. Yeah. The 2021 high school senior have made it to the end of their high school year. All the seniors have a goal of what they want to do after they graduate. All the seniors are going to achieve their goal and become successful people in life because Springstone has taught us some great things that are useful for life, like how to fill out a job application, making friends, and how to be independent when being in the community. I would like to give thanks to all the teachers and my parents for helping me during the Springstone High School journey, even though we had to finish our senior year online. When I first came to Springstone, I was in ninth grade in 2017. What I first uh, thought about the school was I thought that the school wasn't going to be good, and I wasn't going to have any friends. But one of the teachers who helped me to not be shy to talk to anyone was Miss Fendel. What other teachers have taught me was to advocate for myself if I didn't understand something. What I also got to experience with the teachers before COVID-19 pandemic was do Access Week. In Access Week, we got to ride the bar and go do a scavenger hunt, look at colleges, or navigate around the city. Access Week was very fun, but we also got to learn how to be independent in the community when we started doing distance learning because of COVID-19. I did I did like the idea. I didn't like the idea because I wasn't going to see my friends or teachers, but I never imagined that our senior year was going to be online. I wish that our senior year was at school because we get to see our friends and teacher in person and not online. What I thought about distance learning is that it's challenging and frustrating because we don't get the same education. We don't see the teachers or friends the same way in person. But one thing that is good about distance learning is that we are protecting each other from COVID-19. But now that I'm graduating, I have a plan. And what I want to do is to go to DBC college to study animation because I want to get a job at Pixar Studios. The reason why I want to work at Pixar is because I like the way they make their movies, and another reason is because I like to draw. Where I like to draw is in my sketchbook. What I like to draw is anything like make up characters, draw places, cars, superheroes, and other things. Thank you for listening to my speech and support the class of 2021.
Thank you, Jesse. Next, we have Jack Hannon.
Hi, my name is Jack Hannon. I started my high school years off decent enough at a performing arts school that did academics in a non-traditional way. Overall, the system was not working for me and a lot of other students. I fell behind and didn't want to go through the significant effort of catching up. I transferred to my local high school and was given accommodations shortly after the year began. I wasn't attending high school in person. When the next year started, I was back in school, but only part-time. School was always a drag and a pain to work for. I came to Springstone in my senior year of high school. Since the beginning of the year, I've gotten better at most things related to school. I attend nearly every class and have improved my grades greatly compared to other years. My teachers were great and were understanding how I felt day to day, and while still pushing me. When I struggled or got stuck on an assignment, there was always someone I could ask for advice. I got the support I needed and finished my high school career on a good note. I'm prepared for the next few stages of my life. I'm glad to have had the opportunity to learn and have the teachers I do at Springstone. I also want to thank my parents for helping me through my school career and am looking forward to moving on to new adventures next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Next, we have Yosten Santana.
Hi, my name is Yosten Santana Garduna, and I've been a Springstone student since 6th grade. I learned a lot of things at Springstone. My favorite memory is going to Camp Arroyo. I enjoyed going on the zip line and eating delicious food. Another favorite Springstone memory of mine is going on adventures far from campus. I would like to thank my teachers and parents for helping me, and I am very excited to take what I've learned to Diablo Valley College. Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have Aiden Shanley.
Hello, everyone. I am Aiden Shanley, and I've been in Springstone from 6th grade all the way to 12th grade. And because I've been in Springstone for such a long time, I've made many memories along the way. One of the most memorable things during my time at Springstone was trying new activities, even if I didn't like them at first. An example of this was doing the rope course at Camp Arroyo. Some more very memorable events to share with you are the dances, movie nights, bingo nights, and other Springstone events I partook in over the years. They are important to me because not only did I have fun, they also helped me build my social and conversation skills. I really appreciated Springstone because it gave me a calmer place to learn. Man, I really didn't miss the fire alarms during elementary school. At Springstone, I discovered that I should try to ignore events that are not in my control and instead to focus on myself. Another thing I liked about Springstone were the access days and going into the community. One of my favorite access experiences during my time at Springstone was when I went to Playland Not at the Beach, a former indoor amusement center and museum, because I used to volunteer there and the staff recognized me during the access day, which I found to be very special. However, like many other things, my Springstone adventure has come to an end. A new, more open world quest has begun for me. Fortunately, I have some goals after graduating from Springstone, which include going to Diablo Valley College and getting a job either in programming, geographic information systems, or even finding another career in the field of science and technology. I thank you all for listening to my speech. I hope to see you all again soon.
And next, we have Zeke Spoolman.
Hi, my name is Zeke Spoolman, and I've been a Springstone student since 10th grade. I learned quite a lot of things during my time here at this school. My favorite memory I have had here was going to a pier in San Francisco and getting to look at cool things with my best friend Jesse, along with my other classmates. Another favorite memory of mine here was going to Camp Arroyo and going on the zip line and doing the other activities with my friends. I would like to thank my friends, teachers, and family for helping me throughout my time here, and I will make sure to stay in contact with my friends and teachers from the school. I hope to take what I have learned here to college. Thank you.
Our last graduate is actually going to be online. You graduates, can you move your chairs, please? Thank you. Okay, what do we gotta do? You're doing it? Hey, Dora. We're gonna use Podium on computer for this because get it ready right. Sorry, Dora. Okay. Everyone can see that. Sorry.
Yep, that's fine. There he is. All right. I'm just wondering if we can enlarge the screen. Okay. All right. Should we just go from here?
Yeah.
All right.
I want it work. All right, Dora, this is the best we can do. We can see John and us on accident. So, tile window. Green really sticky. All right. Go ahead, John.
Hi guys and gals. Today I'm not on the campus because me and my family and I, we're in Kauai for like a week. I know what y'all are thinking. I wish I went with you, John, but with COVID and stuff, I can't really invite you. So sorry for that. So hopefully you like my speech and video, and good job everyone else in my class of 2021. And also I'm on vacation as well.
There was more.
Did I say my speech, or are you going to show like a video of me talking about my speech? Or
Right now.
yes. Okay.
We lost him. Oh, Hawaii. Oh, okay.
Hi. Hi, my name is John Knapp, and I have accomplished most of my education goals that I've been working on when I was younger. But right now, I improve on being a good speaker, working hard, and doing well in my classes each year, from improvements and motivations on work assignments, and learning how to be more vocal in class. Even if the school is pretty small and has a small population of students. I made quite a few friends along the way, which include best friends and regular friends. There has been memories in the past, like for example, getting a promotion in high school, like in my 8th grade graduation, or being honored as being the best class by majority of our teachers in the past or right now. Um, also, um, also as well. Um, One time, my class was named like a brotherhood because we watch over each other and we take care of each other in class. I know it's a weird comment to say, but I'm just repeating what one of my teachers said about our class. Um, like for example, um, in math, I wasn't doing that great when I was younger, but I started taking more notes and started doing great in grades and knowledge in math growing up, especially at Springstone. Um, and also solving math problems, etc. I feel like during the 7 years of Springstone went by very fast, and um, and the staff and teachers helped me a lot to improve my skills and knowledge and education. Which thank you very much, teachers and staff. I really appreciate it. Also, my parents. I said what. And also maturity. I said what. I want to thank you to my friends also that I talked to. Um, that I talk to sometimes, not always, but that was the least experience at Springstone and experience in life. Um, and some of them were good. Most most of them are actually very good. Some of them were bad, but you know what? It's a part of life, and you can learn from it. Sorry for that. Just the internet and technology issues. Um, During my 7 years went by pretty fast. During my second era of education to my third era of education at Springstone Middle School and high school. And it was worthwhile with growth and knowledge throughout my life so far. Some of the memories I had at Springstone was that 6 times in my class, um, 6 times in my class at Springstone, but also 5 times for me. Me and my school went to a overnight trip in Livermore from my second year at Springstone to my second to last year at Springstone, and a good way to start the school year off um, during the second week or third week at the beginning of the school year. Also, it was actually my first time actually hanging out with my best friend. I mean, I had best friends and friends before, but this was kind of like a special moment for me. Hanging out with my best friend and talking to him in person. His name was Jesse, and I am still close friends with him now. Another memory that I had at Springstone was during my second to last days on campus, when it was a decent day, but it was a shocker at the end, or some people like to say a twist, where at the end of the day, the staff talked about distant learning, and I thought it could be a fine way to relax a little bit more. But it turned out that during 3 months in the last school year to a full month, to a full year of my senior year, we have to do a lot of work, and we had to do a lot of work, and I got a little bit more sleep, which is fine with me. Overall, COVID-19 for me is a mix. At home, like for example, one of the good things is you get a little bit more sleep, you get to relax a little bit more. At home, you get to hang out with family more, hang out with friends on a computer screen, which it may not be the same, but if you don't like getting out of your house sometimes and just feel like staying at home, I guess it's kind of relaxing. Even if I prefer being in person, I still think it's fine. Um, but the cons, there's always cons to distant learning experience, come from work, responsibilities, and missing quite a few things that you could just do in person, that you probably will regret when this is over. Um, like for example, going with a trip with a couple of friends and not worrying about COVID-19, etc. I feel like the most important memory that I had was that I did pretty well in my education goals, working and work skills in the future, but also my speaking and social goals in the future as well, etc. So also I've been improving each year, which is a great thing for me and a bunch of other people. Overall, I had some memories at Springstone, but most importantly, I've been doing well in my classes and on my education skills and life skills goals, and getting ready for life moving forward for me in the future, which includes going to DVC and then transferring to a 4-year college, and then getting a great paid job. Overall, I had great experiences. Um, I had great experiences at Springstone with growth and progress. When becoming a student, with improving in my classes each year, completing and having made quite a lot of progress with goals, having quite a bit of experiences with friends, etc.
All right, graduates, can you return your seats? Thank you. All right, on to the next part of the night, the presentation of the diplomas. Please remember, graduates, after your name is called, you can take off your mask for pictures. After your name is called. Starting first, Hamza Abbas.
Oh yeah, down. Oh yeah, down.
Next, we have Jesse Chavez Santa Maria. Thank you. Jack Hannon. Yosin Santana. Aiden Shanley. Ezekiel Spoolman. And then, of course, John Knapp, you're online. And with that, I present our graduating class of 2021. Congratulations. You may move your tassels. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna have to repair. It's okay. There you go. Thank you. Thinking. Sorry, graduates.
Perfect for 2021 graduation.
Great.
Buffering.
Yeah. Everything is buffering. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, congratulations, seniors. You may process out. All right.